Welcome back, everybody. I don't know if this is live or not. I think it may be. Yeah, it
It
says
says
live up
live.
there. Ah, cool. Sure. Free show for everybody.
Bonus last
Yay.
call.
Bonus. Last call. What's up, everybody? That was good. It was fun. Not what I expected to have.
Yeah, we had a couple last minute cancellations, right? Because like Ben was going to be on, and usually he'll talk up a storm, and we can kind of take it easy. And then he dropped, and then Tim couldn't make it, and we're like, oh man, it's just going to be the two of us, and we didn't really prep a whole lot because we were ready for Ben. But I've been
Yeah.
like you were saying, man, AI is your friend. I've been using it. Even on game day, I basically have like one chat for game notes, and I'm like, start here, and then I'll just drop notes to it. And I'm like, today I just was like, hey, tell me about the shit that I was saying during the game, and it just like put it together. And I was like organize, this over here and this over here, and add in any details about this thing that you think are relevant. It added some good stuff. So
Yeah, it's fun.
and then
You definitely came a little bit more prepared this week. I noticed that. You had some things to say. You had some
and then
stats. You had some knowledge.
Then I asked it to compare to my notes last week for the Ole Miss game, and it was like it brought back in. That's how I knew about like the other wide receiver and some other stuff, because it was like, oh, you should.
Look at
There's some cool
you.
stuff in there. I was like, all right, nice. There we go.
Eventually, this will be able to like log into their chat GPT thing and be like, heard me a podcast about Georgia State's game last week in the style of State of Atlanta, and it'll just do it, and we'll be irrelevant people.
It still very confidently tells you bad information.
For
So
sure.
if you're looking like even when it told me our stats for that receiver Robinson, I was like, "Well, I'm going to the box score and I'm going to go look at it and double check, because I have no idea if it's
Yeah.
where it's just pulling his high school stats for game 2 or something like it, and it'll just so confidently lie to you. And you can even be like, man, that's not accurate, and it'd be like, yes, it is. Like sometimes, like I've had it do that. I'm like, it's just not. Like,
I always put in there, not that it always works, but I always put in there, don't make up things, only use things that you can find as fact. Doesn't always work, but I feel like it helps. And I also
yeah,
put in there, don't tell me what I want to hear. Like, tell me real stuff, because it always wants to like placate you. I mean, so I always put in everything I do. I'm like, give me something that I don't want to hear. Make it contentious for me. So yeah. What were we talking about? AI for
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, you just treat it like Wikipedia, right? Just always verify stuff when it sends you information. But like, it
But
is
he
just really
uses
good to like bounce
Wikipedia as one of
ideas
his
off of.
sources.
So that's fine, but like people are like, "Oh, Wikipedia is such a terrible source because anyone can write anything." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a really great starting point, because like you can go find the general information and then go look at the sources that it cited, and now you can actually start learning something. It's just a really good get
Yeah.
in."
A stepping off point for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
So
also like, that's the one things people say, like, anyone can write anything on Wikipedia, and I agree they can, but they also really encourage and almost enforce citations for everything. They've got their own little bibliography at the end, well, works cited thing or whatever you call it, where you can go back and you can find the news articles or the thing where that thing was said, which is great.
frankly, that community is like toxic though. I've tried to do contributions and stuff, and it's like they have all these weird, stupid rules, and they are
I've tried to do
super
a bunch of Georgia
tedious.
State things. I've updated a few Georgia State things on there. I've done some other random stuff, but mostly I would say most of my contributions have been Georgia State, just to
Mine was all
clarify.
politics, so it was already going to be a little contentious.
Yeah,
And
you're
of
already
course,
well, yeah.
I have ideas people aren't generally popular.
Well, and that's why it's the third party.
Yeah, I mean, my ideas are generally popular. It's like executing on them. Like people
Right.
have these like high-minded ideas that align with mine, and then when it gets down to like the nitty-gritty, people kind of abandon ship. It feels like.
It feels
So
that tracks pretty well. I think
yeah,
that's pretty fair.
yeah.
Now I'm looking
So
forward to the game this week. I really hate that I can't make it, but if there's any game that I can't actually be in attendance at, it's the Murray State game. Although I would have so much fun. I love watching a score. I know you like defensive games, but I love watching a score. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. And then
Yeah.
having everybody like erupt around you and all that, because like, man, it just feels good at the game.
Oh yeah, I mean the high fiving, the running down the side. Hey, it's all good stuff. Oh, you made a comment about like the pregame festivities and things they were doing, and you couldn't find out where they were. They were doing that all game long. I remember there was other competitions or whatever. And I'm trying to look on the field or where they were, and I think it was behind all those student seats off that little stone platform, that cement platform or whatever. I couldn't find where they were doing all the different little things and stuff.
Weird. It's like they have a studio in LA and they just have a green screen or something. I don't
Let's
know.
go to New York about this.
Yeah. That's why the sound wasn't piping in well, you know? No.
Train horn got the train horn thing pissed me off big time. You
Yeah.
can't just like
I really yeah.
that's my biggest question about this Murray State game is I want to see how the train horn is handled this game. Are they going to have it at all? Is this did Memphis kill the train horn?
Man, I like Memphis. I actually their team, you know, like I just feel like it's a good football program and I would hate to sully that, you know, for them to have just like because that would piss me off. That would like if it was their complaint, you know, like I have no idea if they complained or if the maybe it was just the ref was a dick.
I mean, I think refs are very easily dicks, so that's not
Yeah,
that big of a stretch. But I'm very curious to see whether or not we have train horn at all during the game. I want to know where we are on that, and can teams just request that because Trash Down South will fucking start doing that.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, in like what, like so, what was it? Mississippi State or Ole Miss has the cowbells? Mississippi State, right? Because they weren't at Ole Miss.
No, yeah, Ole Miss was the what did they say? They had their little first down thing they say all the time. Is annoying as fuck. Yep, the Cowboys are Mississippi State,
Mississippi
I
State.
believe.
Well, they banned those in all of NCAA, but Mississippi State was grandfathered in, so they were like the only program allowed to because they'd been doing it for like 100 years or something stupid. But like, you know, they were letting us do it, so why why would we just stop? That's what I just the middle of a game is what's weird to me. I'm like, I don't know.
And then we had games. I remember last season. I forget who it was. We had games where the band was playing. They brought the opposing band to the game, and they
Yeah,
were playing during us on offense. And I'm like, I don't think that's allowed.
that I there's been a few HBCUs and their bands don't stop playing. Doesn't matter if our offense is on the field or their offense is on the field. They don't. They just don't. They're like, that's what we're here for. We're here for the band, y'all. Like,
Right.
y'all just happen to you play your game over there. We're playing our music, all right. But like, yeah, to me that doesn't bother me as much. But yeah, I mean that would. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm a stickler for the rule to the extent that, like, even if I think a rule is dumb, everyone should have to play by the same dumb rule.
I
Everyone's got to
know
do
we've
it.
had plenty of very angry making conversations before I realized that that's what you were thinking.
That's why you and I are such good friends, is because we can argue about things tooth and nail, screaming and
Yeah.
yelling, and then also be like, all right, cool, that was fun.
Yeah.
Move on to the next thing.
Cheers.
Right? Because in the grander scheme of things, caring about whether a band plays through a first down or not, it doesn't matter about anything else in life.
Nah. If that's what we're worried about, I mean, we're doing all right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, you're wrong, but that's fine. You know what I hate? I hate agree to disagree. I don't agree to disagree. I agree that you're wrong and we can move on from this topic. That's
Yeah.
not my agree to disagree.
Yeah. No, I agree. The other one the other one I hate, not to mention,
Okay.
while they're mentioning it, not to mention this and that. And I'm like, no, you're mentioning that's what you're doing. What are you saying? Like,
It's the
why would
same
you
thing
say
as
not to
saying,
mention?
I don't mean any offense by this, but let me offend you. Like
Yeah.
that's
No
or do
offense.
everything I can to offend you. No offense, but you're a raging
You
dickhead.
you
I
fucking
mean, I
dick.
kind of
No
take offense
offense.
to that personal attack.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
honestly, you call me a raging dickhead, and I not you, but like anyone calls me a raging dickhead, I'm kind of like,
Eh,
I'll take that. I'm in. I'm in.
it's justified.
I am probably my worst hater. I think less of me than anybody else does. So that's probably something that I should have a conversation with a therapist about. But there's no way anybody could say anything negative about me. My mom was harassing me about being a bad dad. I was like, no shit, I'm a horrible father. You see who my mother is? My God.
Nah,
I
you're
don't
a
know how
great
to be a
dad.
good parent.
You have done at some point. I labeled myself. I was like, I'm an asshole, and somebody was like, you're not an asshole. People try to defend me or whatever to me, and I'm like, no, I am. It's fine. But I narrowed it in. And I said I'm a good natured asshole, and I think you are like that times 10. You're just like, hey, you're just a good
I
natured
think I
asshole.
said this at the tailgate. I think to somebody at the tailgate this week. I remember saying it. Something I've said a lot is the way I see myself as the biggest asshole you'll meet, but the best friend you'll have.
Mm,
And that's giving
yeah.
myself a little bit of credit, but that's kind of the mantra I live by. I think that I live by the biggest asshole thing a little too much. I try to be an asshole too much, but definitely the best friend you'll ever have. If I'm friends with you, I love you, and I'm in all the way. I'm 100%. So we got
Ah,
deep in this.
it's the special episode version of Last Call. Like we're doing like a Christmas special here.
This is the drunken thing, man. I love you, man. Like, you're the
Best
greatest.
friends. Just takes drinking and football and
This is the best
fuck Georgia
time.
State athletics.
Fuck Georgia Southern athletics.
I
So
said stay.
I said fuck Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
No, this is the best time of the year. I was talking to a fellow dance mom earlier tonight, and she made a comment about her son playing in a game tonight, and I was like, they play football on Tuesday? She's like, no, it's baseball. I was like, oh, we're in football season. I don't think there's anything else happening right now other than football. My
Yeah.
life for the next, 3-4 months? What do we have? 4 months?
What is it, like October, November?
Yeah, well then I mean I'm including NFL in there. So we got
But
we got we
yeah.
got all the way into like early February. So
And bowl season's fun. I mean, if you're watching it, totally.
and we better be playing in a bowl game.
And we better be playing a bowl game.
I still think we have a really good shot in the conference this season. Like, Jimmy will be hard, but I think based off that first half of the Memphis game, I don't see why we're not in every single game this season.
Yeah. These are our two toughest games. I mean, easy on the schedule,
Oh,
right?
easy.
Even Vandy, these are our two toughest games. So like Vandy hopefully is easier than these, and like maybe we get them closer. So,
We do have a problem with our future scheduling. We only have two out of conference games scheduled for next season, and we don't have more than 2 games scheduled for the rest of our future schedules. We're not scheduling out of conference games, and I don't know what's going on there. There needs to be something happening. Like
well,
next season, we don't have 2 games.
I think our athletic director still does not have a contract after what, June or July or something.
I think it ends in June. Yeah, it ends with the athletics, or I don't know if it's athletics or if it's university fiscal calendar, but ends in June. The new
Yeah.
athletic year starts in July 1. So you think
Well,
it lines up?
you pay attention to it on like a macro level, I think, right? Like just scheduling moves and stuff. So
Hmm.
like how much movement happens the 6 months before a season or
It's
the
very
year before a
rare.
season.
I mean, I think it's very, very rare to have. One of the weird things about FBS football is how we schedule these games out 10, 15 years in advance. Like, this
Hmm.
Ole Miss game was scheduled like 6 years ago.
This Memphis one.
Well, Memphis one, but it also got pushed back because of COVID and another cancellation and stuff. But like, these games get scheduled out. I just saw today. I just retweeted it out from our State of Atlanta Twitter account today, X account, whatever. Jimmy Madison scheduled a home and home with UNLV, where they're gonna. I think it's in wherever the hell Jimmy Madison is in 2027, and then they're at UNLV in 2030 or so. I don't know the dates exactly. That something like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. We don't even have a game for 2026, and you're scheduling out a 2030 game. Like, what are we gonna fucking do? And then I also thought that, man, if Georgia State's playing in Vegas, fuck, I'm going to that game. That's a guaranteed. We get a UNLV game. I'm going to that game.
Maybe that I mean, that'd be the reason I would go to Las Vegas because I have no desire to go there. Nothing. I know I'll end up for like a convention or God, I
I'm
mean,
actually surprised you
that'd be
haven't been
this
there.
would be a good reason to go.
The traveling that you've done with your job, I'm surprised you've not been there yet. I've only been to Vegas because of kickball tournaments,
Yeah.
and it lives up to the hype in my opinion. It's expensive but
Yeah.
it lives up to the hype. If you just want to go, if you want to go on a bender, go to Vegas. Like the first year we went for the kickball tournament, we flew in on the Friday morning because it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday competition. And then the second time we flew in the Thursday, but only had hotels for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night because we're like, we don't sleep when we get here the first night. So we flew to Vegas, went to our hotel on a Thursday. We don't have rooms until Friday. We said, will you hold our bags while we just go drinking? And we went out and we did Vegas all fucking night long. It was awesome. We got back to the hotel around 10 or 11 in the morning and it's like hung out at the pool until they told us our rooms were ready. And that's what Vegas is to me. And that's exactly what I want out of life.
That seems like a good way to do it too. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no hate there.
And that's where the first time I found Del Taco. Del Taco has tacos and French fries. What? Mind blown.
No, they have
'Cause
burgers
tacos-
too.
Tacos are whatever. Tacos are the best food in the world, and French fries are the best side item in the world. And I love me some Taco Bell, and I guess they have like their weird fries now, but they didn't have it back then. I'm like, I can go get tacos with a side of French fries. Yes, please.
There's a Del Taco over by the Target at North the Cab or wherever, like over in that area. And I went there because I was charging my car, and I got a burger. I got a burger and fries
from Del Taco.
from Del Taco. Yeah,
that tracks for you. That tracks for you.
I googled it first. I went to like a Reddit like for Del Taco about like what to get, and there were people that were like swear by the burger. I'm like, it was fine. It was fine.
Apparently the Long John Silver's, which I don't know if I've ever actually eaten in one, has the best chicken tenders.
Well, because I'm sure because they're battered. Their fried shrimp used to be my favorite. I used to love that shit. I mean, it is like packed with sugar, I think, because they're very sweet. I had one instance where I was somehow sick, and I don't even think it was Long John Silver's, but that's what I had just eaten, and that's what came
never
up.
Again.
And now I'm like, I've just never eaten it again, ever.
Yeah, we had a bad Indian food experience once, and Indian food is like one of Kim's favorite like takeouts or whatever.
Yeah, we worked at Manhattan Associates together. We got the same taste, you know. We were
exactly.
like, oh, let's
And after that one experience, it took a long time for Indian food to make it back into the rotation at the house, but it's back in the rotation now. We've had some positive experiences since then, but yeah, that was a bad day for her when that got us sick.
I went to a Thai place recently, and I haven't been out to a Thai place in a long time, so I didn't really know how to do it. The last time probably was when I was at Manhattan Associates and went out to this Thai place across the street with them all the time. And it's funny because she was like, do you want any spice to it? And I said, can you do Indian medium? And she looked at me, and I'm like, so no. I used to go to this restaurant with a bunch of Indians, and when I ordered medium with them, it was a certain spicy level, and it was perfect. And when I ordered Indian, when it was just me or me and like another white person, it was not perfect. It was not very spicy. And I'm like, but I couldn't, if I got hot, even if it was just me, it was too hot. I didn't want that. Like the Indian medium was perfect for me.
The first time I ever went to a Thai restaurant was also a work thing. And it was like they just had like, you could pick 5 pepper. Is like, do you want 1 pepper? You want 5 pepper? Where's your number? And so like I like spicy food, but I like spice as part of the flavor, not just like spice for the sake of being spicy. So I have no idea what to expect. So I'm like 5 pepper, I'll go 4. I like spice, but I don't want it to be like absurd.
That sounds reasonable.
Right. And so, but the guy next to me, he ordered the exact same order I did, but he's did like 0 spice or like 1 or something because he doesn't like spicy foods or whatever. So the food comes out, I'm eating it, and I'm like, this is good, but this is not spicy at all. I should have gone for 5 because this is. I look over to him, and he is like sweating and tears coming out of his eyes. He's like, "This is the spiciest thing ever had." I'm like, "I think we got our orders mixed up," and he got mad at me. Like, I didn't put the plate in front of you. I didn't put the plate in front of me.
Yeah, right.
But
Wait,
this
man,
is
people are weird.
But this is hilarious, and I'm gonna laugh about this forever.
And I'm gonna laugh harder because you were an asshole.
But I was an asshole. He just kind of a little pansy prick, but with the whole thing. But yeah, which I guess is the same thing as an asshole. But yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was a good-natured asshole, like an asshole.
I'm actually very happy that I had no spice in my food because it gave me a great story about how fucking weird he was about getting my 4 pepper. But also, I was like, I really want to know what that was going to be like. I would have liked to have had that 4 pepper chicken fried rice.
You should have been like, look, I know that's yours, but like, can I get some of that?
Can I get in on there?
Let me get a bite. Let me get a bite of what I ordered.
Well, let me get a chopstick in there. Let me figure out what it's going to be like, you know?
Boy.
All right, I think we've killed this.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Say goodbye, Ryan.
Goodbye, Ryan.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, because I always